Yes, so I've been doing some thinking. Some deep, 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 deep thinking. And what I've been thinking about is me and you, and how we can come together and really be the change we need to see if we all just did the work to raise our frequency and calibrate to well-being through the art of self-mastery. The art of self-mastery. So, the art of self-mastery is essentially the integration of self-mastery and art mastery. And those two, which looks like four, but it's two, those two frameworks or concepts are what help us integrate the different parts of ourselves so that we can come together in unity, bringing together the higher self with the lower self so that there's no separation. It's a no-brainer. It's like basic math. It's basic math. So the thing is, we have to really start to take responsibility for how we feel and do the work, do the real work to change how we feel. Well, that's if you don't feel aligned. If you don't feel well inside, then the work is to feel good as often as possible. So the thing that really helped me take control of my life and myself, the thing that really helped me do the work, well, you're probably not going to believe me, but just know, I didn't just make this up. I'm not crazy. And it's not a conspiracy theory. This tool that I used, it changed everything. And I honestly think and feel like it has the power to change and help heal everyone. But you're not going to believe me at first. You're probably not going to believe me. You're probably going to think I'm crazy. You're going to probably want to see evidence. But to that I say, well, this is evidence. The fact that you're here, that's evidence. Because everything that I've done and who I've become is because of this tool that I'm going to tell you. And that is, are you ready for it? Can I get a drum roll, please? Can I get a drum roll, please? All right, the drum is rolling. And the tool that I used to go from dark to light, Alcohol Inc. Alcohol Inc. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Alcohol Inc. Maybe you're thinking, what the F is Alcohol Inc.? I had the same question when I first started. But then I don't know, something happened. I'll paint you a little picture to give you some perspective, to give you some context. One day when I was in a very dark place, and I was like, where am I going and why? Did I die? Am I going to die very soon? I thought I was going to die very soon. And so I went to this beach because I was killing some time, thinking about things and trying to assess my life, trying to get answers to all those questions I had been asking. And so I'm sitting on the beach by myself, drinking a cold pop, and I'm thinking about stuff. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, I was surrounded by this massive wave of angelic intelligence. Angelic intelligence. It was like so overwhelming and so empowering and so big. I don't even know how else to explain it. And this one beautiful being came up to me and she put a crown on me and she handed me these keys. It was a massive set of keys. And she said, here you go, Sarah. Now's the time to unlock all the stuff that you've kept hidden inside of you. I said, what are you talking about? Unlock the stuff that's inside of me. She said, you know. I said, no, I don't know. Please fill me in. And to be honest, I don't really know what happened after that. It's all still quite a mystery. A story that needs some investigating. But what I can say is, after that day, after they gave me these keys and put this crown on me and they said, go, do what you came to do, unlock the stuff that's inside of you. And ever since then, I've been doing the work to paint, 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 to paint. And, you know, you might think, well, that's child's play, Sarah. And to that I say precisely. See, the thing a lot of adults don't realize is that part of the reason why we end up getting sick, tired, and fat, the reason why life is so hard, the reason why we're always trying to get something outside of ourselves is because of the voids that we have inside of ourselves. The voids in ourselves, the cell that keeps us alive, and the cell that's part of the system that facilitates our operating system. The heart. The heart is our main operating system. So what happens is we as human beings come into this life experience. I mean, they say we make a contract and they say we came by choice, but I don't know about that. Anyway, we end up getting here, right? We come here and we get shoved out of these vaginas, or we go through these C-sections. We come here in some way, shape, or form through a vessel, and then we are brought into a family, whatever that looks like. Everybody's family ties are unique to them. Everybody's family ties are different, and so we end up being raised in whatever family construct we come into, and that family construct imprints in us ways of being, thinking, and feeling, and that's what carves our path. And it is through our life experiences and the stories that we go through that shape who we become. But the thing is, the good news is we come with so much information. We have everything we need within ourselves to be great and to do extraordinary things. We came with a purpose, with a mission, with a passion. We came with joy, and we came with innocence. We came with a whole heart, a healed heart. But stuff happens and we're not taught how to deal with our emotions, so we don't. And so we go through these stories. We experience fear, not just because we get brought up into environments that are based on fear, but also because life as we know it is very much designed from the energy and vibration of fear. And so this entire experience takes us through a process that over time creates a lot of internal divide. And that divide is what causes distortions, and it causes personality traits that lead to addictions and behaviors that oftentimes cause us to self-destruct in a variety of ways, because what we're looking for is a way to fill the void that makes us feel whole. That wholeness that we came with, we're constantly trying to get it. We're constantly trying to find it because that's our natural state of being. That's what we want. We want our wholeness. We want our innocence. We want to love unconditionally. But somehow, in some way, along the way, we lose that. And so as a result, the voids get bigger, and it creates this separation between who you really are and who you really aren't. And as a result, we lose ourselves, right? We lose our hearts, and we lose the truth, and we stop playing, and we stop giving, and we stop loving, and we stop being. And instead, we're constantly looking outside the self. We're constantly looking for love in people, places, and things. And this is where addictions come from. This is where coping mechanisms come from. So it's not the tool, it's not the sugar that you're addicted to, it's not the drugs you're addicted to, it's not the sex you're addicted to, it's not the people you're addicted to. What it is that you're searching for something outside of yourself to feel well. But the reality is everything you're looking for is within. You've just locked it up. You've locked it up. Self-preservation. protection,